station. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live from Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Wednesday, March 25th. Good morning, Kendall.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson.
Whoa.
Hey, it's first thing in the morning. I haven't really talked to anybody, so I'm getting warmed up here. But thank you for tuning into the show. We got a great show lined up for you on this hump day. About 8 days away from beef games. Yes, 8 days away from beef games as we had to switch dates. Tomorrow is the big game between U of A basketball, Bear Down versus Arkansas. That's going to be a big one. U of A is currently favored about 8.5 points going into this. If you still have a bracket that hasn't been busted, you lying. Most people's bracket's been busted already by far. You know, a lot of people picked Florida, and there was a lot of upsets already going into the Sweet 16. In fact, actually, statistically speaking, about 89% of ESPN brackets had Florida in the Sweet 16, meaning they're all busted. You know, so to have a perfect bracket is one of those sciences and luck. It's almost like getting the winning Powerball number. It's next to impossible.
I feel like if I had made a bracket, I would have won because I don't know anything about sports. So I would have been like that one idiot that like picks all the wrong choices. You're like, this is dumb. This isn't going to work. And then it works.
You would think that. But every year, you know, there's always guys that are like, hey, babe, you don't know anything about it. Just give me some picks, some blind luck picks. That's a strategy. It's always a strategy. It's either you overthink it or you underthink it, right? And and it's usually a good mixture in between. It's really difficult to predict unpredictable, right? I mean, that's the thing about this tournament that makes it so exciting is that it's single elimination. And one bad day can eliminate your chances of, you know, proceeding and winning it all. And that could go for any team, including our own. And hopefully our own will not be the case as, you know, we go against Arkansas or any of these teams. A lot of good dream matchups leading into this. But, of course, obviously, everyone that's a fan of U of A basketball is completely excited for good reason for the chances of us at least making it to the Final Four. Now, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to be the one to jinx it. And I'm a very superstitious person. I mean, you can tell by my golden rooster here that I got, and that I'll show off on the stream later, which I thought was going to be a lot bigger. But you had fun handling my rooster this morning.
Yeah, I handled it. It didn't get bigger as I rubbed it like you suggested.
It's cold. It's cold, you know, and, you know, the rooster doesn't know you. Has to get to know you a little bit. Sometimes there's like growing anxiety. That happens, and that's good. So that's not a health reason for that or anything like that. It's not even that the rooster's not into you, because I'm sure the rooster's into you. But, you know, at first, when you get to know someone, there's a lot of nerves, and those nerves can kind of like create like a mental block in the rooster's head to prevent it from growing, and it happens.
I think I'm ready to swipe left on the rooster and go seek out another one.
No, it's golden. I mean, if you look at it, I mean,
if
it's short in stature.
I find a bigger one.
Whoa. Okay, but yes, you may be able to find a bigger one, but this one is adorable and looks good on screen, right? And if you take pictures of it, so it's like the Tom Cruise of roosters, right? Yes, not tall or large in stature, but adorable on screen, right?
Makes up with talent. Right?
Exactly.
And skill.
Yes. So, well, I mean, let's be honest. As you grow older in life, would you rather wake up every morning looking at like a giant ugly rooster right in your face or like a very attractive smaller rooster?
I would like an average rooster.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah. I mean, you're asking for a lot. An average rooster with like a good salary?
A lot?
With a good salary and like a 401k and stuff, or an average rooster that is like in and out of an employment? Because you can get that.
Yeah. Nah, I'll pass.
Average. What's your definition of an average rooster?
I mean, whatever Google says. I mean, I think there's like statistics behind it.
I do appreciate. Go ahead and Google it, and I do appreciate Google stats because it does, make people feel better about their roosters that they have, and their hens or their coops or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, isn't it like average,
what do you
like
think?
5-inch tall or so?
5-inch? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What about a width of a rooster? Like the rooster's neck?
That part is a little trickier for me to gauge.
Yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. I mean, people say it matters, but it doesn't matter. Statistically, scientifically speaking, it doesn't matter. I mean, how much does it matter? How much does it matter?
I mean, you don't want skinny,
What if the skinny can move it around? Like the rooster could dance.
No circles, please.
What's skinny to you?
I don't know. I mean, now I have to like use my hands.
Yeah, use your hand.
Yeah. Like,
okay, that looks like an elephant rooster, so that ain't gonna work.
I mean,
let's see it on the screen.
Probably maybe an inch, a good inch and a half, maybe, because like that's how you use your knuckles as like when you don't have a measuring tool.
Okay,
right?
Use your knuckles.
Right? You ever heard that's kind of like equals an inch or something?
Right.
I don't know. So I'm like that, but like a little bit more, right?
Do like circles and stuff. Like stop me when it's not like over skinny.
I mean, you want?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
That seems
really.
I think so.
Oh, that might leave permanent damage. Like like it won't reshape afterwards.
I mean, bigger than that. That's a definite no.
Yeah.
That's a no for me, dog.
Right. Well, then I on the flip side of that coin, if you had a skinnier rooster, it would protect you and your parts and its longevity. Right. Yeah. So like I would say I've known people close to me, very close to me, where they say, hey, the end game, the long game of being with me is that when we're done and over with years from now, you'll be better off than before you started dating me. It's like a brand new, it's a factory reset. It's a factory reset. Right. And your next guy will be like, are you a virgin? Like, no. I was just, with someone who took a special care of me for, 3 years max is pretty much the reason why. It's
kind of like the face hammering that we were talking about, like something similar where,
bone smashing.
Tiny, yeah.
Bone smashing. So there's there's smashing, but it's like,
This is a different bone smashing.
Yeah. But it doesn't really smash and it doesn't, stretch or hurt.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't feel it at all. I mean, that's not bad though.
The stats are telling me I'm pretty on the money, 5.1 to 5.5.
Yeah, we've been shrinking as a national average.
Really?
Yeah, and
you think it was?
Yeah, and I don't know why that is because maybe it's because we've been so anti-immigration. You stop allowing other cultures in here and stuff who may have a larger average that might boost our national average. And be like, whoa, we want to keep it around 5.1.
What a wild litmus test for allowing people into the country. It's going to be based on sizes I'm anti-xenophobia. I'm anti racism when it comes to immigration and stuff like that. I know that this country was built on immigration, but when it comes to being your competition,
like judgmental and discriminatory based off larger peen, I'm pro that.
Yeah, you can't take our jobs and our women.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not that you're taking them because you're not going to keep them. You're just going to ruin them and give back to me. And like, oh, thanks for that. That's not good. And again, so it's pro. There are pros to dating a rooster that may not be, bigger in stature just for your physical longevity. Because I'm telling you, you marry a stud, right? And this happens. This happens to a lot. It happened to my grandma. Where, for, an entire lifetime, you're going to Pound Town with this guy, right? He's just destroying it. The next thing you know, you look like a beef and cheddar from Arby's and not the good one.
How do you know this about your grandmother?
It was talked about at Thanksgiving.
Wow, I got to come to your Thanksgiving next year.
Well, I mean, she died. And unfortunately, she couldn't walk well in the last years of her life. And, that's my grandfather's fault. So, you got to think about that, the longevity. So, yes, average is good for you. And I think, you'll be able to be a marathon runner when you're in your 60s and 70s if you stick with average. You go above average, then, you just prepare for bed rest, Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not interested in above average.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
We're safe.
That's why we're friends.
I think I'm sending a good message out there.
Yeah, I think so. Have lower expectations and then you'll be happy,
It's But the motion in the ocean.
Thank God you said that. All right, we got a lot to get to today, including tickets to give away. In fact, actually, when speaking of tickets, why don't we give away our first pair of tickets for Buckethead? All right, that was our random conversation that we had this morning.
What a morning.
I know, and it's only getting started. I'm very excited about today's podcast broadcast because I'd like to welcome back a very special guest, a great friend of mine, a good friend of the show, and you haven't heard from this man in a minute, but we got to get him back on here. And you got to unmute your mic there. This is Shmonty, everybody.
Shmonty.
Yeah, unmute your mic for me. There you are.
Are we unmuted?
We are unmuted. Yes. Welcome, Shmonty.
Hey,
where are you
look at that. I'm in what used to be a home studio, but now is like my wife's office. But you can see we still have some of the remnants kicking in the back here.
It's weird.
He has a picture of you back there.
Yeah, I know. That's a painting.
That's a painting.
A Dion Doty original there, and that is hanging up in his wife's office, which is odd. Your wife is hanging it up, but I do appreciate that.
Yeah, man. How you guys doing?
Doing good, dude. It's good to see you. So you on like a spring break right now? Oh, what made you have your time off?
So I am recovering from surgery, so I have a week off and just hanging out, healing.
What's the surgery? Anything serious?
Enlargement surgery?
It's in that park off that last clip. How much time we have? I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. In January, my bladder shut down. So I, had to go to the ER and get attended to, and then I was rocking a catheter for 2 months. Just had some surgery with lasers and scopes and things and all that fun stuff. And long story short, I can pee again on my own. Yay!
Yeah.
So,
something you don't appreciate until it's gone. I'm sorry to hear all that, but I'm glad that you got that taken care of and you're recovering and stuff. And he's hung like a Coke can. This guy's Girth McGee here. It
was a reduction surgery to open things up is really kind of what.
That's right.
Yeah, we can't find your bladder. Your peen is too big.
yeah. I've heard him pee. Yeah, I heard him pee at a toilet one time. He was standing up. It sounded like you drop a rock in a river, a boulder. Just went like that was so it just came out like that.
So he towers even over a meal because you've been talking about.
Oh no, yeah.
No, that's very kind of you to say, but I don't think anybody can.
Yeah, it's legendary. Damn. Yes,
they call him the Boy Wonder for a reason, right?
Yes, yeah.
I've been wondering.
He's a tripod.
Yeah, wonder how you could be a girthier than your actual frame. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's a miracle in a way.
A scientific marvel.
I do see him fall over a lot.
Yes. So we got a lot that we're gonna get to here on the podcast broadcast. We got a top story of that viral video of the actor from Jack Reacher. What's his name, Rico?
Oh, I have 2 hours of sleep. I can't recall.
Okay. Well, I got his name in the Cliff Notes and stuff that we'll pull up the video. We're going to get on the air here in about 10 seconds and do some radioing. And so we got the 10 minutes of penis talk behind us. Moving forward.
No more.
No more. Rock 102.1 Cap, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Very special podcast broadcast joined via remote. My good friend, former co-host, or I was his co-host, I should say, Shmonty in the morning. We got Shmonty online. So welcome back, Shmonty, to KFMA Airwaves.
Good morning. Good to be back, you handsome devil.
Yes, you're handsome too, man. Rico's doing all right as well. He's got 2 hours sleep. He's more handsome with 3 hours sleep.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot to catch up on, and there's a lot of things I want to talk about, and I have a viral video that I want to talk about too. But one thing, let's get into this first. I talked about the Boozer twins earlier this week, right? And this is a fascinating story, and I immediately thought of you when they were sharing this story. So the story between the Boozer twins that are on the Duke basketball team, sons of NBA legend Carlos Boozer, formerly of the Utah Jazz and numerous other teams. Their story came out that the reason they were born in the first place, and the only reason that they were born, was to save their older brother's life, unbeknownst to them. Did you hear about this, Shmonty?
No.
Okay, so but this is why I thought of you, because basically the older son had sickle cell, and it was a terminal illness. It was a variation of sickle cell that was very dangerous, and they got the worst news that no parent wants to hear, that their only son has a terminal illness. Now Carlos and his wife only planned on having one kid. They didn't want to have numerous kids. But then it came this scenario where they got this devastating news. Their one and only son had an ailment that would surely lead to his death at an early age. Heartbreaking. That's when Carlos Boozer's wife went down the rabbit hole and found there is treatment to be able to cure this, but the treatment is kind of like a rare one. They needed an identical DNA match, that of a sibling. And then from that, take stem cells from a sibling with identical DNA match. Not any sibling would do. It would have to be a matching sibling to do so. And then if they got that, they'd be able to save their life. So they went through the IVF treatment, right? And then they were able to pre-select the eggs that had the genetic coding that would be the perfect match, and also had the genetic coding where they are able to tell if the genes also carry the sickle cell gene. And so they picked the best egg. That egg ended up splitting into two, became the twins. And when those twins were born, they took stem cells from the umbilical cords, then did the transfusion with their older son, effectively curing him of his disease and saving his life. And those kids just so happen to also be chip off the old genetic block. And now they're studs at Duke University, right? Mind blowing, right?
Imagine how much better they'd be, though, if they still had those stem cells.
I know. Well, one twin is shorter than the other, and you think, when you look at it, you're like, oh, I know which side they picked from.
Whose cord did they tap into first, right? Okay.
One's Danny DeVito, the other's Arnold Schwarzenegger, like twins,
Well, they're both they're both are studs, but one is about 4 inches taller than the other. But basketball height, they're both clearing 6 feet easily, and both very talented, enough that they both will probably make the NBA and got all of the right genetics. And you're able to do that with IVF. You're able to select and be able to do this. Usually IVF, is incorporated for many different reasons, but the science behind it is fascinating, because you could literally go through gene by gene and then pick the inseminated egg that has all the best traits that promise them the best quality of life. And,
there's something that seems a little unethical about this.
Still, little?
Why?
Well, Rico's
gene modification. Yeah.
It's not gene modification, though.
But no, I'm saying just in terms of like the younger kids, don't you feel a little used? Like, you came in this world, like, we don't really care about you.
That's what I was saying yesterday. I'm like, the son's like, Dad, do you actually love me, or is this just for the other one?
Yeah,
like,
you're just using me for my stem cells.
Well, no, I mean, initially, yes. I'm sure they had the conversation like, yeah, we didn't love you the first couple of years until you started to play ball. And then we're like, yeah.
Now you're good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we love your older brother, though, immensely, But in that situation, it was different. And they wouldn't look. I'm sure they're grateful to be alive, because they didn't have any plans on being born at all. But now it's like, yeah, that's cool. And then it was a blessing in disguise for both the parents too, because again, they didn't want to have extra kids, but they did. And of course, Carlos was a basketball player, and his older son, who's the one who was born with sickle cell, didn't necessarily have the skills to be a high level athlete. But then his twins are, and now he's like chip off the old block.
It all worked out. For sure.
Yeah.
A little problematic.
I just hope in the future, like future NBA players, when they look at their genes, they find the Kardashian curse, and they're like, let's take that out, so they're not in trouble later on.
The Kardashian curse is that they'll
the
fall in love with, Persians with
cursed.
fat asses.
Yep.
That's a curse that's genetically we all have.
We're all wired with it.
So there's no way to take that out. But the reason why, Shmonty, could we talk about IVF with you?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so Shmonty actually went through this process, right? Because him and his wife were having difficulty conceiving, so they had to do the IVF process, and then he was able to do the same thing, where you're able to look at all these. So, like, when you're going through all the different genes, they show you that you're like, what do you want, right? Pick your poison, basically.
Well, yeah, it's not like you're sitting there and they roll out the catalog and you're like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. But yeah, both our kids are from IVF, happy, healthy, and like there's a lot of screening that goes into it. So like they'll screen to make sure any embryos that if my wife or I carried markers or had, potential for, two genes combined potential for a disease, they would eliminate those just to give you the highest quality, highest probability of success. But my wife, she did screen for the radio gene. So none of our children have the gene where they'll end up in a career in broadcasting. She made sure of that from the get-go. She's been reinforcing that every day.
Nice. Yeah, so she basically went like her gene heavy. Basically, she's like, okay, which ones are my genes? Okay, which eggs are more dominant with my genes? We're getting those. Yeah.
No, my wife has red hair, blue eyes, and sort of both of my kids. So I'm the odd man out. I'm the minority in the household, being the dog.
Are you 10% genetically related to your kids? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, there were, if my son didn't look like a carbon copy of me when he was born, I was immediately submitting to like 23andMe just to make sure that nothing got swapped in at the IVF facility while we weren't looking.
Yeah, that's so funny. Be like, you do the 23andMe and be like, wow, it's 100% you and you alone to your wife, dude. How did you breed with yourself? That's amazing.
Pull that off. Yeah.
But it is a beautiful thing, though, when you really think about it, and then the technology can be used in a way that to protect your kids. Because again, when any parent, the uncontrollable is the biggest fear, right? Yeah. And when you have any diseases or even like severe allergies and stuff, and that is a beautiful benefit of the science of IVF, right? Where you're just like, yeah, actually, I'm going to make sure that, my kid doesn't have the gene that carries them that would, get them in the radio as a worst case scenario example, and so you look at that story, and yes, the Boozer twins on the surface, you're like, okay, they weren't planned, so to speak, but then they were planned to save their son. They're all happy right now, the entire family. And they're actually, studs at Duke and led them to a great program. So I know Duke University is happy as well. So overall, it was just a win-win-win-win. And super fascinating about that. So I just wanted to cover that. Now, going on to the podcast broadcast, I have a video where I'm going to show you a man getting his ass kicked.
Nice.
And at first, the man was the victim. But then upon further investigation, examination, realized that this man deserved to get his ass kicked. We're going to talk about the Reacher star kicking his neighbor's ass for good reason on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Music on the way from Everclear and Jelly Roll and Rock 102.1 KFMA. How'd you like my teasing? My tease.
That's a good tease.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. In that video too, everybody immediately was like, okay, there's got to be more to this, because it kind of cues in halfway through kind of thing. Like, we don't get the full context most of the time.
Right.
So I'm glad there's more context.
Do you know anything about this story, Shmonty? The actor Alan Richson.
Yeah. He's built like a brick house. Plays Preacher. Yeah. No, yeah. I saw I think the first video of just like someone filming from their house and him teeing off on his neighbor. But then I saw the helmet cam footage the other morning, or maybe it was this morning, where it kind of shows the neighbors unhinged.
Yeah, so this is another example to not knee-jerk react to things, right? Because you got to take a step back and wait for all the dust to settle to get all these kind of all the details. And yes, from that Ring camera footage, you're like, look at this Hollywood stud being an asshole, just beating the hell out of some nerd.
For no reason.
Yeah. But
in front of his kids too. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was like, please, no, don't beat my daddy up. Like, yeah, your daddy deserved it, bitch.
He said Reacher sucked.
Yes. And that's good enough reason to get ass beaten. But honestly, I think this video will enrage you as well, and you'll be Team Allen after this. Let's check it out. I thought there'd be audio on it.
Oh, what the damn. Wow.
I don't know which video to be looking at. I don't like this side by side.
The one on the right, probably. That's the newest one.
Stand in front of a fucking bike again, dude. But dude, what? You threatened my fucking safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should knock you the fuck out of here. Go ahead, knock me out. Go ahead. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this fucking neighborhood like a fucking lunatic. There's kids running around here. Go ahead.
Is he British?
Go ahead. Are you drunk right now, bro? Go ahead. Are you drinking? Go ahead. Call the police. Out of your fucking mind, dude.
Wow.
Police. Lucky I'll fucking knock you out, bro.
I'm glad I'm playing this on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
shit or run you over, dude.
You pulled a Joker on him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he went over his handlebars, so like
dude.
Yeah.
And laid down his bike. So
what a douchebag.
Biker law states that if anyone makes you lay down your bike, you have to kick that person's ass. That's biker law.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I'm not even a biker.
Remember Jack Black and Anchorman?
Yeah, dude. You kick the dog off the bridge.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I love, man.
Yeah, that's what
do you love?
That's what you do. Yeah.
He punted him.
Baxter. I love Baxter here. Oh, yeah, fuck that.
I mean,
The guy keeps begging for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, won't get out of the way.
Yep. He's asking for it.
I mean, the balls on that guy to pick the one actor who can kick
yeah,
everybody's ass.
That's when he gets off the bike.
This is where the other video picks up. Yeah.
Yeah.
when you get told stay down,
By Reacher?
you better stay down.
I like these kids just watching. Those are his kids, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
You know, going on World Star, they're just like, keep the helmets on.
Yeah, and I love how they just they're lounging too. They're like, yeah, Dad, go ahead and kick his ass, and we'll get on the road. I mean, it's a beautiful day for a bike ride and an ass beating.
I know.
Yeah.
So that begs the question: does he go around doing this in the neighborhood, and this is just the first time footage has surfaced? Because those kids don't really seem fazed by it. They're just kind of like, oh, it's Tuesday, Dad's all right.
Yeah, Alan's got to kick some ass for sure.
He's gonna beat up a British guy.
Yeah, and that's a neighbor, basically like what do they call it, a Darren, or like a male Karen. The guy got up and for whatever reason was hating on, maybe just because the bikes and bike culture and it being loud. Maybe it wasn't manly enough, whatever. But yeah, I mean, enough of this evidence was shown, and now they dropped all charges, so there are going to be no assault charges on Alan at all. His career is going to be fine. In fact, actually, it's probably going to boost his, stock value, perceived stock value for sure.
I really hope in the new season of Reacher, there's a scene that kind of mimics that to mock it. The guy gets in front of him on the motorcycle.
I mean, it's
hilarious.
It does go to show you, like, it obviously, it wasn't a choreographed fight. It was kind of just such an average little street fight. The guy goes down immediately, and then there was a couple cheap shots in there that I guess wasn't necessary, but at the same time, kind of was.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, yeah, you're gonna punk out this easily, but I'm not done teaching you this lesson. So here's another shot. There's another shot. There's a shot for my kid, and one more shot for the road. Oh, I forgot. I laid down my bike. Yeah. I'll tag you right now too.
If anything, he kind of took it easy, I think.
Oh, I know.
It's like he could have gone full tilt.
Oh, yes. He could have went Ed Norton, America's History X.
Kiss the curb.
Yeah. He didn't. He's
like, your teeth already messed up. You're British. I'm going to mess him up more.
Yeah. If I mess him up too much, it might actually overcorrect him. So don't want to do that. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Now, Shmonty's based out in the DC area. All right. Now we've been experiencing a record heat wave. In fact, we got to 100 degrees quicker. For the first time in over 100 years. I think it's the earliest day of the year that we reached over 100 degrees, and it felt like summer this last weekend. What's the temperature like where you're at, dude?
Today, like, it's in the 60s. It's starting to climb back up.
But you had a blizzard, right?
Yeah, we had some weird weather. Like 2-3 weeks ago, it was like 85 one day. Then it was blizzard snow, but it was so warm nothing stuck. And then it just kind of hung in the 50s, 60s, and now it's starting to make its way back up. Yeah,
damn,
crazy. I know.
This weather, man.
This weather, man.
Crazy. This weather, man.
Weather.
It's wild.
It happens daily.
Yeah. I don't know. That's pretty odd there. What's the climate like over there in DC and stuff? Because
humid, right?
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet, but it's just oppressive and disrespectful in the summertime. Like think like on the days like in monsoon when like the humidity hits like 5% in Arizona, and you're just like, oh God, I can't. It's that amplified times, triplicate, whatever large number you want to use. I remember when I moved here from Tucson and we had our first summer, you were sweating getting out of the shower.
Yeah.
You just could not, there was no such thing as drying off or cooling. It's just gross. It's gross in the summertime here.
Yeah.
Super stoked we moved.
Yay.
Has your wife survived any kind of government layoffs and stuff? They've been cutting left and right and all that stuff. She's still working along for the government, doing the good work.
Head down, doing a job, plugging away, and serving the American public, my friend.
I love that. I love that, dude.
Are you going to see the UFC fight when it comes to DC?
I'm not going anywhere near that.
Good call. It's crazy, too, because you know the setup there, right? So they got 5,000 seats that are going to be basically on the White House lawn. That's reserved for VIPs. And then they want to give out like something like 80,000 free tickets for the park that's adjacent to the White House lawn.
Oh, wow.
And then it's just going to be like a viewing area of sorts.
For free. They're just like, we need people to show up.
Yeah, because you can't charge tickets to be like, hey, watch this fight on a big screen across the street from the actual fights, right? So they're attempting to do that because they want to have this big crowd. But of course, the bill itself for UFC Freedom 250 is underwhelming, to say the least. And the reason why it's underwhelming is because the UFC didn't even want to pay for this. Right. And they weren't willing to lose any money. So they lost the opportunity of McGregor on. They fumbled the deal with John Jones.
I saw that today. Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. So all these fighters who wanted to be on the fight card initially, but also know their value. UFC wasn't budging on that, and they're acting they're messing up their business for sure. So it's an underwhelming card. Freedom 250 is going to happen. And so the 5,000 people will be there. That will be all VIPs with the president in attendance. And this is a well-advertised event. Sucks that you're like, okay, on this day at this time, I'll be sitting right here in the middle of a war when you're being targeted by Iran, right? And so, like, Joe Rogan has publicly expressed concern about having to call this fight, being like, I kind of don't want to be there where all the important people of our country is going to be, and we're going to be advertising this across the world, especially towards our current enemies with Iran. It just seems like they're begging for trouble there. So yeah, I would stay the fuck away from that as best as possible, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like where we live, worst case scenario, if something nuclear goes off down the road, bye, see ya. We're getting vaporized here. We're close enough, but man, an open air event in the middle of downtown DC with that many prominent public figures. Nah, I'm good. I'll hang here. Thanks.
All right. Yeah. You say that joke again now?
Oh, no, I said at least you get some dry heat.
Yeah, you'll finally get that.
No, I think the humidity would still somehow prevail.
I know, you're like, damn it. Not even a nuclear blast.
That would shield the blast from Maryland. Maryland's humidity would just keep it contained to the Washington metro area. Yeah.
You're standing there as like a skeleton, and you look down like, damn it, still got persistent.
I'm still sweating.
Damn it.
It's stupid.
That is funny. All right, we're gonna be on here in about 7 seconds, so no cursing on that. And we gotta rank these movies here. This will be a fun conversation. So Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out here on the podcast broadcast. Of course, we got Kendall and Rico, and joining us via stream is Shmonty. And so let's get into this. I came across a list of iconic 80 movies that still hold up. Now, there's no debate that these movies still hold up, but there is a debate on how they would rank, right? Mm-hmm. And so from this list of 12 I'm going to give you, I'm going to ask you each to rank your top 5 from them. Okay, so you might want to break out a pad and paper for this to kind of jot down any kind of notes so you're kind of good with knowing. And I'll go through the list here slowly. And then Robert, from Late to the Party, if you're still on the stream, I'll pop you in as well. So you could give me your top 5. Okay, so these are the iconic 80 movies that still hold up. Now, if I mention any of these that you don't think should be on this list, then you mention that too. Okay, if you don't think it's iconic enough to even be mentioned in this top 12. Okay,
I have a good feeling.
All right, so first one is E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Right, E.T. Phone Home, got that good. The second one, the iconic The Breakfast Club. Right, that came out in 1985. The Shining, which came out in 1980, technically counts, even though it has 70 vibes. All right, Star Wars, Episode 5, which they're calling it Episode 5, but The Empire Strikes Back, that came out in 1980. So the one where it says, Luke, I am your father. No, but he doesn't even really say that.
He says, no, I
am your father.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like, okay,
How dare you disrespect?
I'm not disrespecting it. I think, there was a...
I'm so proud right now of you two. You got no idea.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the Future, which came out in 1985. All right. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's on the list. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986. That was a massive one. The homoerotic classic Top Gun, 1986. Look at it.
I just got Randy from that.
Yes, I know. Yeah. All right. Rain Man, 1988. Another Tom Cruise classic here.
Underrated.
No,
very
underrated.
Homoerotic as well.
Yeah. Definitely touching pain. Definitely touching.
Definitely touching.
17
6 inches.
All right, let's get it together. So, come on. We gotta grow up.
We were done with that.
No, all right, hold on. Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing came out in 1987. The Goonies in 1985. They're still threatening us with a potential Goonies sequel. No word on if that's happening.
Please don't.
And if you want to really talk about Academy Award winning films, classics that are storytelling, Dead Poet Society, 1989. Yes, Robin Williams, of course, going to be in the fight on that.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Excellent. So all these 12 iconic movies, there's no debate that all 12 of these are iconic, but there is a debate on what would rank the top 5. So E.T., The Extraterrestrial, The Breakfast Club, The Shining, Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, Back to the Future, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Top Gun, Rain Man, Dirty Dancing, The Goonies, and Dead Poet Society. If you were to say right off the bat,
I got mine immediately. I'm just like,
that's good.
Really?
What would you say is the last place film on this list? What one would rank
out of
the
all
lowest?
12?
Out of all
just
12, yeah. Out of all 12, what are you putting at the bottom of that list, Kendall?
For me,
Yeah.
E.T.
E.T.
Wow.
You put
Yeah.
E.T. at the bottom of the list?
E.T. can suck a bag of D.
Wow, dude. Well, I think that's a little rough, dude. But okay.
E.T. would say, ouch.
Ow.
He's all crusty, like in that little thing, all white.
Schmonty,
Ow.
which movie would you put at the bottom of the list?
The bottom, I mean, it's just personal preference. I mean, Dirty Dancing. Never seen it.
Same, dude. Thank you.
Dude.
I feel bad about saying that.
My straightest friends are on the stream with me right now at the same time. That's amazing. Yes. So Dirty Dancing, honestly, I think for bros, I think that would be on the bottom of the list for many, for sure. But Patrick Swayze was a stud in that film.
Patrick Swayze's the man.
Yeah, he is the man. All right. And so what would you put at the bottom of the list there, Rico?
Honestly, it's kind of, I'm ranking this more or less like iconic as far as like overseeing the 80s and what people kind of look at it with.
And timeless. I mean,
Well,
really.
that's what I'm saying. I think Dead Poets is more of a timeless. I don't think it amplifies the 80s per se because it's a timepiece, I think.
Okay.
So I probably put that at the bottom just based on criteria of like iconic 80s. You think 80s movies.
Yeah, this guy, he's overthinking galore. That's what I like about it.
I don't want to say Dead Poets
what
is a
would be
great
next?
movie.
Yeah, what would be next to it? Well, nobody's going to hold that. Okay.
They might. Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, nobody's going to hold it against you. I mean, it's your opinion. They're not going to.
I get to the parking lot, like, what'd you say about Dead Poets Society?
Nobody's going to your cinephile card. Yeah, nobody's going to beat you up with a book of poetry. You're fine.
I didn't agree to that, but
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Kendall might stab you.
But second to that, I agree with him. Dead Poet. All right, Dirty Dancing.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So now the breakdown, and we're going to see. Now, you guys already wrote this down, right? And we're going to see how many of these kind of link up and match. It'll be fascinating if you guys have the same top 5 or if it's even close. Like starting off number 5, give me your 5th iconic, all-time iconic 80s movie that still holds up. Kendall.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Okay, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a very good one. All right, so Kendall's that comes in number 5 for Kendall. Rico?
Ooh. Back to the Future.
Okay, and Schmonty.
Breakfast Club.
Okay, all right. So each had different. Coming in number 5. All right, number 4. What is your 4th most iconic film from the 80s, Schmonty?
I'm going to go Ferris Bueller.
Okay, Ferris Bueller. So still around the top 5 A's. Still made top 5, which is great. Rico.
Shining.
Okay, I would write down the rest of the list first because I don't want you to rank after. because I think that still might skew your judgment. So fill out the rest of your top 5 here. And then, Kendall, what do you say?
I have my whole list done.
Yes.
And
I have my list done too.
Look at this overachiever here. Okay.
Shmonty and I are very, very similar. I chose Breakfast Club, so we're like swapping answers here.
Okay.
On the list.
Okay.
Very close.
Excellent.
Passing notes. There we go.
All right. So number 3, what is the third all-time iconic 80s movie, Rico?
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Okay, the homoerotic thriller.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Top Gun was number 3. Iconic soundtrack, of course, added to Kenny Loggins' legacy for sure. Shmonty, what is your third favorite movie of the 80s?
Hey, you guys. The Goonies, baby.
So many quotables in Goonies. Third place for Goonies is a good spot. Top 3 80s iconic movies. All right, what say you, Kendall?
I said Top Gun.
Okay, you and Rico.
We got a match.
Yeah, there we go. Got a match in Top Gun.
You're dangerous.
Yes. Okay. The number 2 all-time iconic 80s movie, Shmonty.
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Oh, ranked it above. Oh, are you jealous, Rico?
He's in the danger zone.
Top Gun number 2. Okay. What say you, Kendall?
The Shining.
The Shining. Yes, it is a classic. Just got in there in 1980. And Rico?
Raiders.
All right. So the moment is upon us. What is going to be their number 1 pick of 80s iconic movies? We said a bunch of these and a couple repeats in there. So we are kind of agreeing on some of these in the top 5. We'll find out what the number 1 movie based off their picks is right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I just got a text from somebody saying, I'm going to kill you if you ever talk about Dead Poet Society like that again.
Yeah, okay, you're fine.
Did it say it was for me?
It's encrypted.
Did I block you?
It's actually a poem.
Yeah.
I can't wait to murder you.
All right, let's see. We have a movie expert in Robert from Late to the Party as well. I'll pop him on real quick, and we're going to see what his list.
He'll corroborate me. Yeah, bring
possibly.
him in. Bring him in.
Yeah, I'll bring him in. It's like a timeline. Phone a friend to see if it would happen. All right, before we get into reveal what the number 1 movie pick is from our panel, let me know what yours is in the chat. So go ahead and
chat. Sound off, chat.
Well, streamers, we don't, come on, don't be
a
fucking follower. Weird. Come on. So we're not Kick streamers. We are streaming on Kick though. Ironically.
We just alienated all of his audience.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No one's following us on Kick. No, the point is, in the chat, streamers, let me know what your favorite movie, the most iconic 80s movie is, and put it in the comments there. And yes, thank you for acknowledging this. I'm trying to be my best in front of Shmonty. Shmonty's so good at radio, right? And brought me in, and I learned a lot just from our time together, our 1.5 year run. And so, now I got another Radiohead on. I got to be like doing teases and not be sloppy.
Can we get a cardboard cutout of Shmonty for beef games?
Aw.
That would be, we don't have a budget.
As long as you don't let him cut the mouth hole out. Like, he's going to do that, and he's going to take it home. Too.
Oh, I would.
It has to stay in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything about the backside of the cutout. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, we got Robert joining us. So, Robert, go ahead and give me 5 through 2, okay?
5 through 2. All right. This is a tough one just because, I always rotate everything that I love. But I would say number 5, The Shining. Number 4, Ferris Bueller's. Number 3, Empire Strikes Back. And number 2, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
No, you can't. Oh, yeah. No, sorry. I was thinking Empire of the Sun. I'm like, you can't add to this. You're right. Empire Strikes Back was. So you did get Empire Strikes Back on there. That was great because you guys mentioned that, which could actually be a lead into what the number 1 was. You said what was number 2 for you again?
Number 2 was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, right. Okay, so yeah, you got that Indiana Jones love for sure. So yeah, that's a good list, and a couple of those did pop up in everyone else's top 5 too. Mm-hmm. There were some notable ones that just were left off the list altogether. Rain Man left off the list altogether.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rain Man.
Yeah, and I mean,
Tom Cruise can't have everything. Okay,
Exactly.
He's a Top Gun. He can't be on all of the.
That is fair. That is fair. You pick one Tom Cruise movie if you must, right? That is, yeah. And then so you have your number one all set up there, Robert.
I think I thought you said it, but nobody else said it. So I think you said it was on the list.
What was his worst out of the 12?
Yeah, what was your worst?
What was the bottom of the bucket?
Dead Poet Society. Honestly, it's just because I've never seen Dead Poet Society, so it is
it's okay.
Great area.
Celebrate with
Great flick.
I just know, oh, Captain, my Captain. That's all I know from the movie, and that Robin Williams is great. I like Moscow on the Hudson, though. If you never saw that with Robin Williams.
Oh, no, see, now he's, he'll out hipster you. Don't worry. It's like
Awakenings with Robert De Niro and Robin Williams. Awakenings. Holy crap.
Do you Patch Adams, bro?
Better than Patch Adams, Awakenings.
What about the one where he was a kid? Jack. Yeah.
Jack.
Oh my God.
I reviewed that for the Tucson Citizen. I was one of their kids critics where you had to do movie reviews, and Jack was one of them.
But that also had Bill Cosby in it, so I don't know.
It had Diane Lane as well.
That's true. So which way does the scale tip, right?
And J-Lo.
Yeah, Bill Cosby was held liable on sexual assault charges this week and has to pay $7.2 million to his accuser from the 70s.
That's a lot of Jello.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
a lot of pudding pops.
I know you guys are forecasting it for sure. There was a quote and everything. He's like, "You're putting me in bankruptcy."
It's simmering.
I'm just like, come on, guys, let me get to it. I mean, you come up with the front headline, and then I'll step on your punchline, man.
Mute your mics.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta safe keep, make sure we're good. It's training and process. All right, so we got 2 minutes before we're getting on here. So Poltergeist, Lindsay put on the list, but Poltergeist was not one of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Goonies was Jose's number one. Patrick said Goonies as well. Let's see.
The Shining was the only horror one on the list.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I do think Poltergeist would be a good one.
Yeah. I mean, Lindsay's she's trying to take over this entire list, and it's like, look, these are all great movies, but they weren't
Star Wars.
They weren't the iconic
Star Wars, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, America. Star Wars. Let's go.
That's true. That's good. Yes. There was an update on the war too, but well, no, there was something I thought was so Trumpy, and I was just like, that's kind of funny. Where I'll have to find it.
Do you guys believe in the poltergeist curse?
What is that?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
Explain it, Robert. You can probably do it better than me.
Just that a lot of horrible things happened to the cast and people and workers on the set of Poltergeist, including, cast member deaths. And they used real skeleton bodies, but that was kind of common back then because, it was the same production makeup people, and they got a whole bunch of bodies from a university that, were real skeletons.
Yeah, and it was because they used real skeletons.
Because the actress that played Marianne, Carol-Ann. Yeah, Carol-Ann. She had what was it, too much aspirin or something? It was something.
She died.
Yeah.
No, she died of constipation. So, and I know this because I was the same age, and I was able to hold my colon for a month and a half.
Yes. So the craziest thing I remember.
So this kind of scared me straight, in a way.
That was before the Tide Pod challenge happened. That was the challenge.
Yeah, and so, but you know what? The conspiracy theory about her death is even darker than that.
Mm-hmm.
So she ended up basically her bowels
sepsis.
ripped and sepsis, right?
Yeah.
And they claim that was Hollywood sexual abuse that really did it, not constipation.
Oh my God.
Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back. Be Vegan Presents. Don't repeat any of the things I just said. It is time for our reveal of what our panel believes is the number one iconic movie from the 80s. And we actually added to our panel as well because we got Robert from Late to the Party joining us on the podcast broadcast stream. Recap your bottom four here from 5 to 2 for us here real quick. Robert?
For me, number 5 was The Shining. Number 4 was Ferris Bueller's. Number 3 was Empire Strikes Back. And number 2 is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, now, so both 3 and 2 were both first time mentioned on the list because neither Schmonty, Kendall, or Rico mention those at all. So is one of his 2 or 3s number one? We'll start with Kendall. What is your number one movie on this list?
We know it's Empire Strikes Back, baby. We know that.
Okay, because you got a tattoo?
Yeah, I can't say anything else. Yeah.
Okay, Empire Strikes Back is a classic movie for sure. So
Her
Kendall
boyfriend
says
do that line all the time. Like,
what?
That line from there? What is it? Like, you love me. I know.
Oh, do we do that all the time?
Yeah, you get to
I love you.
We don't.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Rico, what is your number one movie?
Well, guess what it is? Same thing, baby.
That's
Empire
right.
Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. Oh, that's 2 that agree on Empire Strikes Back. Schmonty, what say you?
I'm offended you have to even ask. Empire.
Wow.
And I would say too, because you originally said Star Wars and Jedi came out in 83. So you have two of the original trilogy out in the 80s. So if you want something that represents 80s movies, I think Star Wars just overall.
Star Wars in general, for sure. But Jedi was like, especially at the time, was looked at as inferior to Empire Strikes Back. I loved Jedi movie, actually one of my favorites. I loved the Ewoks, and it was just the time of my life.
You're such a furry.
I am. It was pre-furry. I love dwarves. I like furries, and I like combining them into a little So that's 3 for Empire Strikes Back, and Robert already put Empire lower on his list. So what was your number one, Robert?
Well, when I was a kid, man, we reenacted more New Hope and Return of the Jedi. We didn't do a whole lot of Empire as kids. Later, obviously, I loved it, but. Did you say Back to the Future on this list at any point in time?
He did.
Yeah, it's in the top 10. Yep.
It's in the top 10. Yeah, that's my number one. That's 100% my number one. Always Sylvester's score. The fact that it didn't have to arch into other episodes, but it did, in my opinion, very well. But just to battle it out a little bit with what was said earlier, E.T. John Williams' score in E.T. is superior, in my opinion, to Empire Strikes Back. But the movie, it's not on the list.
All right, there you go. So E.T. didn't make his top 5, but Back to the Future is Robert's number 1. But our panel does agree, and this was a blind ranking, so they didn't talk about it. So they all agree that Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, was the most iconic 80s movie that still holds up to this day. Excellent list. Well done, everyone. But unfortunately, Robert, since you were wrong for number 1, I'm kicking you backstage. Thank you for joining us. All right. We got more coming up right after this, including your beef tips. So stick around or join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. I appreciate you, Robert. I'll get you on here another time. Just trying to keep the screen less busy. But thank you for the list, and that was well done.
Can I call it a beef that I have right now?
What's your beef, dude?
My beef is with you, beef.
Okay.
Because
beef.
Happen.
Because now that Schmonty's here,
yes,
you're acting like you're a Star Wars nerd. And I've never heard you.
Can I?
Pretend like you like it. So now that he's here, you're like, oh yeah, I love Star Wars. It's great. And then when I talk about it, you're like, you're a nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
Kendall, I'll dig this out and I'll send you these audio files. The day before, the day we got fired, the day our show got blown off the air, we were getting ready for a charity drive, and I had spent the show convincing him to dress up like Porkins. And I had listeners calling in. I was taking online polls. I started a GoFundMe. We had raised over $1,000 for this charity. And so like Beef was going to do the broadcast as Porkins. I was going to remote in from here in Maryland. And then we got called into HR. And I thought it was because we started a GoFundMe. Turns out the GM just makes terrible business decisions. He's no longer there, so who cares? And we got canned that day. But Beef was going to dress as Porkins, and some of the audio is just
you have audio.
Beautiful.
Porkins.
Well,
of him fighting the idea of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still don't like the idea. I mean, I thought, I could have been Han Solo, but no, I'm Porkins. I was more Porkins back then. I have lost.
You are a much slender. You are what Porkins aspires to be.
If you didn't die in a fireball.
Yeah, Porkins before. Yeah,
you're like pork choppins now.
Yeah. I forgot about that. And
this is why you have a sore spot about Star Wars?
No, I had, I mean, I like the original trilogy, right? But also, I've had my reservations of sorts, and nerd bash a little bit, but whatever. I mean, Empire.
So what is he like? What is he like normally when I'm not around? Because I don't get.
Well, just like that, like your attitude. You're like, yeah, it's whatever. Star Wars, whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? It's the biggest blockbuster of all time.
Whatever.
You ain't got no respect. And I don't appreciate it.
Empire is amazing. The best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Porkins. I'm gonna call you Porkins from now on. You act like that.
Yeah, your little laissez-faire attitude about Star Wars changes when Shmonty's here.
Laissez-faire.
Yeah, you can call me Porkins, but your mic will be off and no one's gonna hear us.
Your mom like, hey.
Okay, that's a good one. You could do that. Yeah. So, that's funny. Our timing on getting fired was so bad. I mean, it was 1 week into a 2-week pay period. It was a week before we were doing a toy drive for Christmas. It was.
I don't know if the charity ever got that money because I canceled it and I forwarded the link and I don't know if donations or whatever happened, but yeah.
Charity didn't get that money, and then that night we were doing a concert with the Bad Santa concert where I was dressing up as Bad Santa to be at Club Congress doing a thing, and then Larry Mack had to dress as me to go, and so instead of me going to this concert, I'm sitting at home alone, depressed that I'm fired and out at the concert. And then Larry likes to tell a story that he's told to me already 30 fucking times to the point where I'm like, you need to stop telling me this story because you don't realize how mad it makes me. Because he goes, this is the story and this is true.
Yeah.
He's like, Beef, man, I was so wild. Everyone thought I was you, and I got so many propositions from these girls, man. And I was just like, shut up. I wasn't getting laid. I was fired. I was alone. And you're telling me if I would have went to, Hotel Congress, I would have done it in a bathroom stall. Bad Santa style.
Oh my God.
Salt in the wound.
That's crazy.
Everybody
was handing me cocaine and giving me free drinks. And giving me blowjobs.
It worked out though, right? Because here you are now. So let the past be the past. But it worked out.
Yes, much to the not to dismay, but obviously they.
Does he not do it to get to, or is it oblivious? He's trying to be funny.
No, he's just like, yeah, it was great. He tells us a fond story and a memory, and I'm like, but that's your experience at what it was like to be me, while real me was literally home contemplating what I'm doing with my life and how I'm going to provide for my daughter.
Yeah,
dude, no, I mean it was a dark moment. Right. I mean, Shmonty and I were gelling. We knew that we had something, and then we had obstacles. So you come in, and you guys know this. So right off the bat, when you come in and you do a show, you got to work on the chemistry, the timing, and all that, right? And so we get that, right? And then Shmonty has to move across country. And it's like, okay. And so then we started doing this via Zoom, and this is before pandemic, and it really trained me for everything after, including this stream. But then... Yeah, thank you. It all kind of works out in hindsight. But then we got to work out on their timing now differently with Zoom and how to communicate not being in the room together, which then we started figuring it out. We did it with hand gestures and stuff like that. And then we're getting it. Then we're fucking rocking and rolling, And then when things start getting really good, that's when they pulled the rug out from underneath us. And it sucked. And then our ratings came out the next week as well. And we were number one in the market.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, you motherfuckers, dude. And so, I wasn't,
What's your guys' favorite memory of when you guys had the show together?
When we had sex.
Yeah. Making love, sweet love to each other.
We're finally going public with that, are we? What I always loved about working with you was you broke me out of whatever comfortable shell I was in, and you're always just looking to push and try something new, which was completely not what I like. Structure, I like, give me a format, I will paint and color within the lines. I'll be weird as all get out in it, but beef would just be like, and at first he would come and he would ask like, hey, I think we should do this, and I would push back and bitch and moan, and then eventually he just started saying like, hey, we're doing this, or he would just hijack whatever break it was, and we would go into whatever insane bit he kind of concocted, or post-show, he'd be like, hey, you need to be here, and the camera guys are going to be here, and you're going to do this, and we're going to, so all those videos and things like that, those were, a lot of, I'd say a lot of it was Beef spearheading it, and then I would just add some of the weird flavor to it, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And on the flip side, I got my structure from him. And, going in I did the show. I did my own show out of my house for years. And there was a way that I did it, but it wasn't a trained way. It wasn't a professional way. It didn't have the experience. So I was all DIY. So then working with Shmonty then showed me how to prep and outline and do all those things that the busy, boring stuff that you need to do to have a well-organized show, and so all that. So yeah, it's good. And it's a trip when you look back in hindsight, how everything kind of happens for a reason and lines up and stuff like that. But, honestly, one of the best times I had, one of the best runs, and still pissed that it was cut short, but.
Still pissed.
Still pissed. That's why when the former GN comes in, like, oh, you're doing pretty good. Like, hey, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I told you this. We were gonna be good. I told you this years ago. And now you're just like, oh, I knew it all along. Oh, God. Go fuck yourself. I told you. We told you. Ratings told you.
Yeah. I'm just worried that as my kids are getting older, because our son's 4, our daughter's 1. And he's just gonna start coming across some of these videos on YouTube. Like once he learns what Dad did, he's gonna learn how to internet search, and they're all there. So you remember the handshake one, or
yes. That was our first one. Let me pull that up. Rock 1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have for the show today. But I'd like to thank everyone for joining the show. Of course, Robert from Late to the Party. Thank you for popping on. Kendall, Rico, and Shmonty. It's always a good time having you back. We're gonna have Shmonty back on too on Friday with Herb Stratford, because we're gonna do it again. Yeah. It's the reason why I bag on.
I'm back too, son. I'm back.
Yeah, the reason why I bag on Herb Stratford is because of Shmonty, and I just carry that spirit with me. I wouldn't even make fun of him if he didn't show me the way. And then ever since then, I'm like, you old Herb. But anyways, yeah. So our beef tip to you is what Shmonty was just talking about. His kids are growing up, and we've recorded a lot of embarrassing videos as part of radio. So my beef tip to you is remember to scrub those videos clean from the internet before your kids become teenagers, because they'll come back and they'll find them and they'll use them against you. Thank you guys for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. All right, let's actually, before we go though, and there's no I actually went right into I think it cut me off. I don't care.
Is that true about this generation too? Like my mom and dad, I can't, of course there's nothing on YouTube with them doing stuff. This is not one first generation where you have to worry about that legitimately.
Oh yeah.
All it takes is one YouTube search. Shmonty.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull up KFMA TV. The first promo that we ever shot. We'll end the podcast today, the live part of it, because I'll run the rest of our pre-recordeds for clip purposes. With the first promo that Shmonty and I did together, that kind of set the tone. Now, I will preference and say this, and I think it's fair to note that, when I came in, they're like, "Hey, here's the deal. We're going for the male demo. Men. So you gotta. That's what you focus on. You focus on getting those.
Talk about chicks, bro.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you want me to be a douchey dude? I got it. But I wasn't necessarily. Okay, so here it is. Sorry, I laugh as soon as I see the screen.
You know what's coming. Literally.
Okay, yeah. Exactly. I know what's coming. All right. So as you know, we like to do lots of videos, but we've been doing these videos a long time, right? So we're going to end it on this note, the secret handshake. But Shmonty, pleasure catching up with you. I'm going to give you a call later on and catch up with you, okay? And then we'll run it back on Friday. All right?
Nice to see you.
All right. Yes.
Hey, good to see you guys, too. Keep them in mind.
Absolutely. Here's our secret handshake. Enjoy.
Hey, it's Shmonty. So tune in all next week to continue to get qualified to rock your ride. We'll also have more 4-packs of tickets for U of A football and copies of Supernatural on Blu-ray. And good news, I don't have to do it all by my lonesome anymore because we hired us a producer, Mr. Beef Vegan.
Yes. Happy to be a part of the team, Shmonty.
I'm glad you're here, man.
I'm glad too. Actually, since we are here and we're going to be a team, we need to work on a secret handshake.
Well, it's not really a secret if we're doing a video.
Well, we'll keep it out of frame, but we should still need a handshake for our show.
Yeah,
so here,
I think okay.
Try it. Okay, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta squeeze tighter though.
Well, no, it's my first time.
All right. Well,
should it feel like that?
it's a little soft.
That's sticky.
Right.
What?
Okay. Well, hold on, like that.
I'm stuck.
Right.
I'm stuck.
Right. No, you do it like that.
Yeah.
Just do it like that.
What? This is awkward.
Good. That's good.
Yeah. Tune in Monday.
All right.
That was our promo.
You look so. That was good acting.
Yeah.
Was that acting?
Well, you know,
Like, I'm done with you.
yeah,
Thank you.
immediate regret and shame. I tapped into all my previous experiences. So there you go. Yeah, we'll probably run it back tomorrow too. So I'll talk to you here later, Shmonty.
Sounds good. I'll see you guys.
All right. And for the rest of you guys, we're still going to run here just a little bit of the clips that we recorded earlier this morning, including TikTok Tells Me and TikTok Tells Me and Beef of the Week. And then we'll wrap up the live stream. But thank you guys for joining us. As always, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. I didn't even record. You say April 11. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Vegan Presents. Kendall and I are trying to figure out a day. We're going to attempt to do the impossible. Now,
right.
Visit Tucson. Put together a list of the 17 best places to get a Sonoran hot dog in Tucson.
17 or 14?
I think it's 17.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. And so, with that, Kendall and I, while we were at a mixer, was like, what would be a good idea for a reel that they would want to share and collaborate on is if we went out and we tried all 17 in one day. Now, this is something that obviously it's going to cost a lot of money. You're talking about it's almost like $200.
I didn't think about that part either.
Yeah, dude, it's going to be pricey. I'll have to write that off for the sake of content. And of course, can we eat 17 Sonoran dogs in one day, physically be able to do it without like croaking? Now, the thing everyone knows about like Sonoran dogs, it's not just a hot dog. That's not a problem. It's wrapped in bacon with beans and and the bun, the potato bun and mayonnaise and mustard and all the deliciousness, right? But it is, it's rich in nature. So I was like, well, if we went and we just took a bite, I mean, I would be wasting so many dogs, but it's fine. If we just took a bite from each side, right? Like Lady and the Trampet, right? And then we'd be able to also kind of rank our favorites. I think we'd be able to pull it off on one day without getting the complete meat sweats.
Right. There's also an incentive when you complete all 17 spots, you get a t-shirt.
Yeah. But you know what's messed up? As I was telling them, like, hey, we could do this. And you're like, cool. Then you could split the t-shirt. I'm like, what? Well, if we do this together, can we get 2 t-shirts?
Yeah.
So I would have to lobby hard to get 2 t-shirts, but I would hope with my negotiating skills that when it's all said and done, if it turns out well enough, we can get 2 t-shirts. Now, will that like make up for the cost of me spending $200 on Sonoran dogs in one day? Probably not.
I hate wasting food and I can't control myself. So I really want to split them halfway.
No.
So that would be 8.5 Sonoran dogs each.
Can't do it. And I will say this, you could take home all the leftovers.
Okay.
Yes.
That makes me feel better.
Yes. So basically it's a friend date. I'm buying, and usually, if I'm spending $200, I usually expect to get something at the end of the night. I'll let it pass this time. I know. Usually. I'm saying usually. I think most guys out there would think that $200, that's a good amount of money where you're like, okay, good. It's going to end with some fun, right? And if not.
It's just a t-shirt. That's all it's going to end with.
Damn. All right. Well, I guess it's not the first time, I've been disappointed like that. I was just watching Gary Owen's latest comedy special. He just dropped it on YouTube. And it's got about 2 million views. Gary Owen's, of course, hilarious comedian, just actually performed at the Linda Ron set. I think he already performed or he's performing here soon. And he talked about relations and, taking a girl to Italy. And, and then that's where he got his girl pregnant, right? He's like, well, yeah, because I take her to Italy. Of course, we're going to smash, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I pay for this trip. Like, yeah, we're going to do that. And that's kind of like the unspeaking code. Like, if I take somebody on vacation, like, and it's like, yeah, you don't have to pay for the room. You know what we're doing, right? Right. And it's an age old like kind of thing. It's a stereotype, a trope of sorts, right? So then he brings up the story of DeAndre Ayton. Now, DeAndre Ayton, of course, played for the U of A Wildcats and for the Phoenix Suns. Right now, I think he's on the Lakers. And he has an infamous story where he took a girl to the Caribbean, right? Mm-hmm. And then he left her there.
Oh.
And the reason why he left her there was understandable. And that was the argument that Gary Owens was making, is because she said, she basically went on Instagram. It's like, help, I'm stuck here in the Bahamas. DeAndre Ayton left me here because I wouldn't sleep with him. And Gary Owens is like, yeah, he took you to the Bahamas. It's like, what? I mean, what do you got to do in return? Just like one, two, three times, something like that, and you're done. You know what I mean? A little hand love there and a kiss here, then you're good to go. Pays for the entire trip, the airfare, the amenities in the hotel. So as a man, you understand as to what his stance was. Be like, okay, you want to play that game? Well, make your way home.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think DeAndre Ayton's in the wrong here?
How long? Was it a girlfriend or?
No, obviously
we don't know how long they knew each other.
No, I mean, it was a situationship of sorts. And yeah, and for whatever reason, she thought maybe she would just straight friend zone. But he's like, yeah, it's one room in the romantic Bahamas. Oh, okay. I took you here. I spent all this money here. And you don't even want to have sex with me? I'm out.
What if he, like you said, got friend zone and he missed the whole clues the whole time? And then it's like, that's on you, bro. You missed the clues.
That's what I'll argue. As the friend in this situation where you're friend zoning somebody, do not accept a romantic trip to the Bahamas, right?
True.
Yes. So like if the shoe was on the other foot, if we're both single and I did that, if I'm saying, hey, let me take you to Italy and got this romantic like hotel and stuff like that, then what I would expect in return. And me being in a friend zone, you would give me the hard no.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
That's better than some alternatives. So I'm glad he just left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I mean, in the Caribbean, we've seen cases where, one person leaves and the other person stays behind forever.
Fed to cocaine sharks,
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So, hilarious comedy special. I encourage you to all check it out. All right, we got Draft My Life's coming up next. That's going to be fun and tons of tickets to give away. So why don't we give away a pair of tickets right now for your Tucson Roadrunners. Grateful Dead night is this Saturday night. It's going to be super fun. If you want to go for free, be calling number 10 right now, 600 KFMA, 605-362. Good luck.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, and give us a call at 600 KFMA. That's 605-362. And if Kendall and I agree your life is effed, then we'll hook you up with a 4-pack of tickets for the Renaissance Fair. The last weekend for the Renaissance Fair is this weekend.
Ooh.
So don't miss out or you'll miss out on a ye old time.
That's right.
That's not.
Is that what they say?
No, I tried to make up a catchphrase for them and I failed. But all right, let's move forward. That's not my F My Life.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a bunch of emails here over the last 48 hours. So here are 5 of my favorites. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First one sent to me by Ethan. Ethan said, Beef, I confidently told everyone I could fix the jam vending machine because there's always a trick to it. I shook it once and a soda exploded inside. Now the machine works, but only pours sticky foam everywhere. Sticky foam everywhere, yeah.
So it's not working.
Yeah, pretty much. It works if you wanted like a sticky foam machine, then you got it. F My Life for Ethan.
I guess so. I'll be generous today. FML.
There you go. Look at you. Who are you?
Yeah.
You're actually caring for people today.
You?
Yeah. All right. Our next email sent to me by Kaylee. Kaylee said, I went to the bank to deposit cash that I made waiting tables. While the teller was counting, I apologized for having so many small bills. And she said, it's okay, honey. I helped another one of your kind just the other day. You're lucky we take your dirty money.
Whoa.
Yeah. She thought I was a stripper. Wow. You got judged by the bank teller. Gosh. All right. F my life. What do you say?
I'm going to say big baby.
Okay. Why?
Because I like to take things like this when this happens as opportunity to throw hands and release my rage.
But you can't because they're behind the glass. I would say at that point, just to prove that you're not a stripper, Kaylee, then whip them out and put them up against the glass and be like, stare at my dirtiness.
Gross.
Yeah, I don't know. That would have been awesome. All right. F my life, though, for sure. I stay F my life. All right. Next F my life sent to me by Marcy. Marcy said, I found out that my ex-husband left the fridge full of rotting meat in the house that I'm selling. I turned off the power to the house at the beginning of March, but now the entire house stinks. And I have a fridge professionally removed and the kitchen cleaned because buyers are coming to look at it tomorrow. Oh, disgusting. I can tell by your face you don't like this one, huh?
This one got me. Big FML.
Yeah, you know.
I can smell it from here. Ugh, yeah. Rotting meat.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's pretty rough, dude. Pretty rough. All right, F my life for sure. All right, Sabrina said, despite checking, double checking, and triple checking before we sent them to every member of our friends and family, some who live in foreign countries, our wedding invitations somehow have not one, but two spelling mistakes. They misspelled my surname and the address of the church. Dun, dun, dun. F my life. What do you say here, Kendall?
That's an FML. That really sucks.
I knew you would say that's an FML because
I knew you knew I was going to say that.
It's so clerical. Yes. Yeah, I know.
And it's like two typos.
And you spent good money on that. Probably way more than you should. Yes.
The
absolutely.
time.
All right. F my life just for the sake that you spent too much money on those and they weren't done right. Yeah. All right. Final F my life of the day sent to me by Jordan. Jordan said I went out to a store. I didn't have a bra on under my shirt, but some stranger offered to buy me one because she didn't like the fact that my nipples were hard and her husband was able to see them. Wow. Show me a picture. This isn't real. No. F my life. What do you say, Kendall?
This is another throw hands opportunity for me. So,
have you ever been nip shamed in public?
I haven't, but I'm like surprised that I haven't been because I love, free the nip,
Yeah.
Like and it's a good look. I feel like it's popular to kind of not have a bra and
Absolutely. In fact, we had Yoshiko on the podcast broadcast yesterday. You could check that out on video. And she wore a shirt that definitely was right there. She was staring at me twice. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's trendy. It's stylish. So
I'm not opposed to it. And then you know what? I've actually been accused of the same thing. Sometimes I get THO and people are like, I can see your nips. And it's just like,
and they're like, can I buy you a bra?
Yeah, well, no, they want to pinch them for whatever reason. So guys get just like physically abused all the time when our nips are going like that. But if we turn it around, attempt to do that to you, then it's a lawsuit. So it's a double standard. That's kind of unfair because I'd like to pinch back if it's possible.
Oh God, no.
Not you. I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
And plus,
women don't like that. Don't T-twister your women, okay?
No, I don't T-twist. I slightly go boop.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, you understand.
Okay.
Anyways, F my life for Jordan.
I have so much nipple on the mind that I didn't even know what the original storyline was.
I'm gonna say F my life. They body shamed you in public. And
okay, that's right. That's what happened.
Their business, absolutely.
Yeah.
So keep those emails coming. beefvegan@kfma.com. We're gonna hit the reset, and we'll come back with another round of TikTok Tells Me. And our beef of the week, we're gonna do this hour as well. Our beef of the week is Delta Airlines versus Congress. I got to break that down for you. It's a fascinating story. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Rock 102.1 KFMA's Beef Vegan presents. As you should know by now, my young friend Kendall here. She's on the social media, is always coming across the trends that TikTok is trying to tell our youths. And then she does their due diligence to double check to see if these are actual trends that you could utilize in your life or just pure nonsense. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another round of TikTok Tells Me. What did TikTok tell you this morning, Kendall?
TikTok creators are telling me that I should be dumping ice into my toilet bowl in order to help clean it better and scrub it, kind of like exfoliating the bowl, if you will.
Yeah. I see this in urinals all over bars, like
really?
Oh yeah, it's so fun. And maybe it's just so guys will aim into the urinal better. But they put ice in urinals and then it's your job as a man to melt it.
No way.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So you're like making yellow ice essentially in
pretty
the
much. I mean, you don't eat it or nothing, but yeah, you just try to see as much as you can melt down. But I do feel like there's a sanitary reason for it, and not just for us to have fun melting ice. So when I hear something like this on the surface, I believe there's some truth to it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, I wouldn't dump ice into a toilet bowl in my house. Not at all. I'll just use chemicals and scrub hard,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm seeing. It's people are dumping like a lot of ice into their toilet bowl.
Yeah. I mean,
and then still using chemicals with it, but adding in the ice.
Yeah, I mean, look, same thing as like cleaning a coffee pot, right? You put in ice into a coffee pot with like salt, and then you spin it around, and that's how you get the residual coffee off the coffee pot and clean the coffee pot, essentially.
Okay, well, this trend pisses me off.
Okay, why?
I get pissed when I see just a whole bucket of ice going down the toilet. And it's mostly misleading, okay? It doesn't really clean it. It's not an effective way to remove stains. And I feel like it's not that hard to clean your toilet. It's like, why do you also need to add ice?
Okay, well, you know what? People are looking for little hacks to make things a little easier. And if they've ever done the coffee pot trick, then they would think, there's something to it. And you could do that with the toilet bowl.
That makes sense, though, because I feel like coffee pots are hard to clean.
They are.
Toilets are not hard to clean. You just use the toilet brush.
I mean, says you. I just put the blue stuff around the ridge and then let nature do its thing.
You don't use a toilet scrub?
I mean,
brush?
I do now. I kind of had my girl. She came over and she's like, "Let me clean your bathroom," and I'm like, "What do you mean? My bathroom is clean." And then she showed me what real clean is. I'm like,
God.
I thought it was clean. My standards of clean are so low that I thought I was living in an immaculate house, and I was so wrong. And continue to be wrong. But again, you're like, I live well as far as I'm comfortable in my surroundings.
Right.
I could live in squalor so easily. Where I'm just like, yeah, we're good.
That's a huge difference between men and women. Like, men just don't care. So when women get frustrated, like, oh my God, you don't know this is dirty. It's like, no, they don't know, A, and B, they don't care.
No, but see, that's the thing. I do care. And when I do clean it, I'm like, good, that's perfect. Yeah, now I'm happy. It's nice and clean. And then I would show it to my girl and she's like, this is not clean at all. But like my standards of clean are so low, but I care enough that I want to reach that low standard of clean.
That's really nice. I'm glad you're learning new things.
I'm growing and maturing, but will I ever
teach
be
an old dog new tricks?
I guess so. Not that old though. Thanks for that. And I would say that, maybe as I get older, my quality of or my expectation of clean will rise, but I doubt it. I think it might be the opposite.
Yeah. Well, if I ever come over, I'm going to be doing the same thing.
You have come over. Did my place seem clean?
I didn't get a deep dive into the nooks and crannies and the details. I did a one-over glance, and I was like, yeah, for a guy, it's pretty good.
Well, next time, take your face out from the pillow and look around. It's super nice.
All right. Sounds good. I didn't have my face in a pillow. Don't know what you're talking about.
I know. That was a pretty pimp line, though.
Was it?
I mean, I thought so. I was just like, I'm going to throw it out there. Like,
whatever you think, man.
All right, what's your next TikTok tells me?
All right, this next claim, also still on the ice as the theme for today.
Okay.
TikTok creators claim that if you put your hand into a water bowl of ice, open and close your hand for 1 minute, it can stop your headache instantly.
That sounds like magic. Sounds like witchcraft and also nonsense. Do you
get headaches often?
I don't get headaches often. What I am getting in my older age is I feel like I got early onset arthritis or something. My hands will get a little stiff. I can feel that. Things that develop with age. So yeah, that definitely happens. But I don't get headaches often, thankfully. I don't like headaches. I don't think this would work though, because and if it did work, I think it would be suppressed by big Tylenol,
So, big Tylenol doesn't want you to know this TikTok trend.
Yeah. They're like, take the magic pill instead, I mean, if it was so easy to alleviate headaches, I think this would be like a grandmother's recipe for generations that we would all know. And the fact that we don't know this means that it's probably not true.
That's what I saw on the reel that I saw. It said this has been passed down for generations to generations.
Usually that's good. Well, not generations to generations, because we only really started having ice manufactured ice for about 100 years, right? So,
well, it's still generations. I mean,
okay,
it'll still be a few, but you're right that this works to a certain degree. It's for mild tension headaches, but if it's something you get frequent, severe, unusual,
brain bleeds.
Yeah, the ice bowl is not going to cut it. So then you got to go to a doctor.
Yeah. All right.
But it might work.
Okay, that makes sense. So what made you go down the ice rabbit hole?
I don't know. I don't know. Ice is just all over my feed.
Yeah, mine too, but it's usually talking about TSA.
Right.
It's a different type.
Right.
Anyways, well, those are two different TikTok trends that TikTok told Kendall. And the first one is somewhat, actually, both of them are nonsense, is what we came down to, right?
Mostly. The second one might, for mild headaches could work.
Yeah, but we'll say, for the sake of clarity, that, you could try these, but both these won't necessarily work.
Right.
Yeah. And so just another example of TikTok lying to you, America. Keep that in mind. Well done there, Kendall. We're going to hit the reset and be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after this. We got your Beef of the Week coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's time for your Beef of the Week. And our Beef of the Week this week is the TSA or Delta Airlines versus the entire Congress.
Okay.
You've been reading this? Do you know what's going on with this?
No, but I feel like I see people all the time adding Delta and everyone seems to have beef with Delta.
No. It's Delta that has beef with Congress, and Delta is fighting on behalf of the people in this week's Beef of the Week. So here's the deal. They're going after the entire United States Congress. And the reason is because Congress just lost one of the greatest perks known to mankind, and that's cutting the line in the airport.
Oh, yeah, the TSA pre-check.
Yes, Congress is able to do all that. Now, apparently, members of Congress used to have their own special airline help desk and even be able to skip security lines at the airport, because nothing says public servant like breezing past the people that you serve while they're standing barefoot in line in TSA. Delta Airlines just announced they're suspending the special congressional desk service they provided to lawmakers. And that VIP setup included things like dedicated flight assistants, helping rebooking flights, special support lines, and reportedly easier movement through security lines. Basically, while you're standing there holding your belt and all the nonsense you got to do, putting your laptop in a separate bin and then your bag in another bin and your shoes in another bin. A senator is apparently walking through morning, Steve. Flight still at gate B12.
Yeah.
All right, now two big things triggered this beef. First, the Senate, of course, unanimously voted to end preferential travel treatment for lawmakers, and that's good. But the shocking part of this story, because Senate agreeing on anything is already a miracle. The second thing, though, that's massive about this is the backlog at airports right now because TSA workers aren't being paid during the government shutdown.
Right.
And that is, of course, affecting business. And the reason why it's affecting business is because people are standing in line for so long, they're missing their flights. And if they're missing their flights, they have to rebook. And then flights are taking off without the maximum amount of passengers. It just hurts the bottom line of airports and airlines. And they're like, hey, we've been giving you guys all this special treatment, and you guys can't agree on anything. And you keep doing this shutdown thing that is effing with our profits and pissing off people, and they're basically blaming us. So if they're going to blame us, guess what? We're blaming you. We're taking away your special rights. You don't get this, right? And that's great. Big business is fighting back in a way, and Congress has been getting away with this far too long, playing games with people's lives.
Is anybody following suit with Delta, or it's only Delta leading the charge?
Delta's leading the charge right now. No other airlines are backing them up, but I don't know if I don't know if congressmen fly anything outside of Delta. I don't know if too many congressmen are flying Southwest. I don't know.
I know. I'm I doubt they're on Spirit Airlines, It's come on now. They're not on their private jet somewhere?
That's one thing that we know for sure is they're not on Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
So members of Congress were reportedly still getting VIP airport treatment even when TSA agents were getting paid. And Delta basically said, yeah, that's not a great look, so we're ending that. The Delta CEO, Ed Bastian, publicly blasted the situation. He said it's quote unquote inexcusable that TSA workers and frontline security agents are being used as political pawns while not getting paid, which is airline CEOs speak for. Maybe Congress can wait in line like the rest of us. So if you don't like not being able to cut the line, then you're really going to hate standing in an extra long line that takes over 3 hours to process.
Right. And then getting detained by ICE after you've been standing in it for 3 hours.
Exactly, because you forgot your quote-unquote real ID.
Right.
100%. Now, this is the first time in history that some lawmakers may have to experience things like taking their shoes off, getting yelled at for leaving liquids in their bag, and watching the TSA agents slowly inspect their shampoo bottle like it's uranium. And guess what? Now you're more like a public servant. Now you're more like the people you represent, and that's a good thing. So somewhere in the background, this is a dad yelling, you had 4 hours to take your belt off, right? So, yeah. So our beef of the week is Delta Airlines versus the entire Congress, and we're siding with Delta Airlines on this one. Couldn't be happier that Delta Airlines drew that line in the sand. Maybe that will encourage Congress to finally agree on some things, and so we can get things back up and running. But don't hold your breath. Let's hit your reset. When we come back, we're going to be giving away a pair of tickets, actually a 4-pack of tickets for the Ren Fair.